Yo, this is I Figured Out I'm Grown. This is Ben Ford.
And Leander Kelsey Jr.
Oh, yeah. What are we talking about today, man?
Man, today we are talking about people watching.
Oh. People watching.
Just people watching. I don't even get... Look, it ain't even no subcontext to this.
Where did this come from?
You know, I got a phone call from a friend of mine the other day.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, yo, I'm out in my car and I'm people watching. And you would be surprised about the amount of people that are digging in their butts.
I thought you was about to say something else.
Nope. She used the term. What did you think I was going to say?
I don't know. Amount of people dressed weird or something. Anything but digging in their butt.
Digging in their butts. Now, I am, you know, like I said, I don't even know how to put there is no subcontext for this except for people watching. So
I mean, people got to dig in it. Look, people do it covertly.
People do it. I mean, you want it to be. But here's the thing.
Wait, but here's the question. Where the hell was she that people consistently were digging in their butts? Like, was she at an alleyway? Like,
nope, she was in her car. Sitting at the front entrance, and people were walking in.
Front entrance of Exurb?
Nope, I ain't gonna say it was Exurb. I'm gonna say she was in the front of a locally established business, and people were just walking and hanging around out front and just kind of digging and scratching and picking. And
I mean, I'm just trying to figure this out because when I think of people watching, I think of times when I'm in the airport or times when I'm like waiting at some type of establishment.
Right.
But I don't ever see people doing stuff like that. I see like weird stuff. Like in the airport, I am always amazed at how many people come through with flip-flops on. I can't understand. Well,
I mean, those people aren't in a rush. You don't have to wear shoes if you're not in a rush. But let me tell you something. Hold on first, before we even go into that. Define people watching so that everybody can know what this means.
Okay. For me, that's what I was saying. For me, people watching, I don't actively say I'm going to go watch people. But people watching for me would be when I'm bored and I'm somewhere and I don't have an opportunity to be on my laptop, I'm just going to see what's around me. Basically being cognizant of my environment.
Okay. So I people watch often.
Okay.
I'm a people watching kind of guy. I people watch you at the red light in your privacy of your untinted vehicles.
But is that people watching?
Of course it is. Because that's where I notice all of the booger picking. I'm just saying.
Why is everything a bodily function?
Because that's
now?
where I don't know, but that's where I think about it. I people watch when I am in the grocery store.
Okay.
And I see people picking up things and putting them down and
see, I don't think that's
things.
People watching though. That's being observant.
No, observing is people watching.
Because I mean, I notice people doing wild stuff around me all the time.
I'm listen. Okay, you observant. I'm people watching. We'll just beg to differ on this one.
Well, what do you do with the information that you gather?
Well, that's usually, I'm disgusted by it. In most cases.
Well, you said people picking up stuff and putting it down.
Well, that's because I don't really want to go into detail of like what's really happening in the grocery store.
Gotcha.
But if you notice what's happening, I'm gonna be honest with you. This one came from my wife. She was like, "Yo, you need to make sure you start washing that fruit because, you know, somebody just took a handful of nuts and just touched the apples, and you ain't washing your fruit properly."
Are you talking about like they left the bathroom without washing their hands?
Oh, that was a pun, wasn't it? No, what I mean is took a handful of scratching and then went and picked up that Fuji.
Oh.
And picked up that Fuji. So, and you know, again.
I mean, that's why I fist pound a lot of people because I've witnessed a lot of men.
That's exactly why I fist pound or elbow down.
They walk out the bathroom.
See, so you people
never
watch.
even wash their hands.
So that's
that's being observant. I'm trying to protect myself from their fecal matter.
So
penal matter.
So now we all have reasons for people watching, and I people watch people.
Yeah.
Simply to look at their behaviors and how they're doing.
Okay.
And don't get me wrong, I have my moments, but I try to have my moments in the privacy of my own tinted windows or in the privacy of my own stall in the restroom. But, I get it. If a wedgie in there, you got to get it. You got to do what you got to do.
See, I bought underwear so that it doesn't do that.
I do that too.
I got them hangs with the pockets. I like those. Those are great.
All right, cool. I look at people from when people
Hangs
are sitting.
needs to pay me for that.
When people are sitting down, right? People are sitting in restaurants.
Yeah.
People watch to see what their behaviors are. Your servers.
Now that's a good time to people watch.
You need to watch your servers.
Yeah.
A good time to watch people is when they're leaving the bathroom and they're wearing a uniform.
Like we talked about.
Last week. You got to watch these people and make sure they ain't washing their gloves.
Right.
So, those are things to me that are important. But, it's still people watching. And like you said, you also mentioned like that you observe people and how they're dressed and some things like that.
Yeah. See, but I'm looking for my surroundings. I'm always, making sure nobody's about to attack me.
So what attack you?
Yeah.
I was just about to ask you, what are you watching for? What type of lifestyle are you living that you're worried about people attacking you?
It's just being observant of your surroundings so that if you need to egress or protect yourself, you're able to do so.
Well, you fly a lot, so that's what they tell you on the commercial. So it's probably seeping in subconsciously, like, don't accept it.
I mean,
leave the bag.
That's the world we live in right now.
So
you could be walking, you could be in a shop, you could be shopping, and somebody just lose their bananas.
So basically, it's like that Instagram thing that I shared to you, where the kid walked in with the backpack and just threw the backpack and took off running. Did you?
Oh yeah,
like that one?
I'm watching him. I knew he was going to throw it. As soon as he walked in with a book bag, why are you in the grocery store with a book bag? That's the first problem. You're in the grocery store with a book bag. You got a motorcycle? Like, why are you here with a book bag?
You say, why are you here? Why do you already have a backpack and no helmet?
You don't have a shopping cart, no shopping basket. Why do you have a book bag in the grocery store? I'm watching you. Like, there's no reason.
So let me ask you this.
Doesn't make any sense.
So what are you going to do? All right, wait, hold on.
Go. I want to know now. Go ahead. Answer.
So what are you going to do when you gather said information? You like,
go to the other side of the store.
Okay, got you. Got you.
He's gonna be in the fruits and vegetables. I will be in the milk and orange juice.
So what are some of the benefits that you've received from people watching? What have you learned about people?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I mean, you just gather that people are different.
So when you were talking about people wearing flip-flops in the airport, is that an anomaly to you?
I think it's weird.
Why?
Because you can't move. Like, you're just in the airport, in the airplane, socks and feet out. You don't know who's been cleaning the airplane. You going in the bathroom.
They're not barefoot.
Flip-flops with the toes out and everything.
I mean, what are you expecting to catch from your feet?
I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. Me personally, I can't fly with open-toed shoes. I got to have shoes on. I got to be able to, maybe in the case of an emergency, they could get out and swim better. I don't know, but
what I'm saying is people. I mean, what are they?
Like the ladies with the bonnets on. I noticed that. It's hard not to notice it.
And the flyers with the bonnets.
Yeah, man.
Now, see, I notice those people.
I'm like, why?
The people with the bonnet.
Why?
Because they're traveling and they don't want, they don't want their hair to get messed up.
No.
What do you mean?
No.
Why not?
No.
Why?
No.
Oh man, it's nothing. Ladies, wear your bonnets when you fly. You need to wear it because you're sitting there. You're gonna get resting head from flying, and you're leaning back on the seat. And they don't want their hair to get tainted with airport germs. As you just put it.
I guess that makes sense, but it's just they're so big, man.
They got big hair underneath there. That's why they're protecting their style.
They have protective styles that they can wear.
I mean, you remember when you used to fly, you had your do-rag on, right?
No.
With your 50 Cent hat, with your Chicago,
Nope.
and you had the wraparound?
Nope.
Oh, you ain't never wear a wave. You were one of the only guys that never wore a wave cap.
My wave
in
caps
public.
weren't the do-rags.
What was it?
They were the
stocking
actual
cap?
The little cap that you put on. And
Right.
you pop it off.
So you walked around with it on?
No.
You didn't wear it underneath your fitted?
No.
Huh. That's hard to believe.
No.
You're about to revoke your card.
No, you're not.
But listen,
I don't have the shape. Like my head is shaped weird. So when I wear baseball caps, I gotta wear the ones that are tunneled. Because if I wear the regular baseball cap, my head looks like a block.
All right, got you. So
you seen it when we took those pictures. I got a blockhead.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna let you have that one. So whenever everything is all said and done, and you're watching people, right? Like we watching the little man right now as he destroys the door to come in. So
kids crying in the background.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the good times.
You know where I do people watch?
Where?
Walmart. You see some wild shit in Walmart.
What do you see?
Wild stuff.
Give me an example.
I mean, last time I was in the Walmart around us, I saw the biggest human I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
And I'm talking like length, width, height, all of it. He was just a massive human. And he had this little tiny lady. And she was tiny. Like tiny, like
a little person?
4'5".
So she was a little person.
It was funny. He could have put her in the grocery cart and pushed her around. You're watching people and okay. What else did you see in Walmart?
Yeah,
man, you can see anything in Walmart.
Give me some more
examples.
All
walks of life in Walmart.
You do
all
now
walks.
that you see.
You'll see the rich people and the people that try to look rich and the people that don't care that they're not rich.
I can agree with that.
Yep.
What else do you see?
I never see all these bodily functions that you have.
That's because you're not. See, you're not receptive to it.
I don't. No,
I'm receptive to it because.
But do you wait for it? Do you like? Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, there goes the hand in the booger.
I already know. And it's maybe it's just me. Or maybe I don't know. You guys let me know what y'all. Honestly, because it could be just me. Maybe I'm just catching people when they be like, let me dig this. Let me like that. like Ben just did. Let me pick this. Let me dig this. Let me just wipe this. Let me do something else. But what I'm saying is I also people watch to, like you said, just kind of be aware of my surroundings. Yeah. I just happen to catch you in the most compromising times. And it almost makes me wonder, like why? Why are you doing it? Number one, and did you not even bother to look, or do you not even care that people are looking? So,
I think that people that are pulling wedgies,
they don't care.
I don't think they care.
They just pulling a wedgie is a little different than scratching your hemorrhoids.
Yeah, now see that's.
I'm sorry.
You should look around for that.
You should, but I don't think they do. So anyway, enough of that part, because I don't want to gross anybody out.
They already grossed out.
But what and
he didn't got me because I went like this, and I don't even know. Like there wasn't nothing there. I just my nose was itchy.
Look, hey. But so when I'm very conscious of people watching me. I really, really am. Like if I got to shift something, I'm like, dang. Let me find a quick corner. I'll go pop. I'm gonna go do what I got to do.
Yeah.
I will
go to the bathroom.
I'm right, but if the bathroom's not around, I do the little leg shake. You got the leg shake.
Everybody knows leg shake. He's got a wedgie. She's got a wedgie.
You got to do the little
Everybody
leg shake.
does a leg shake.
So you do that. I'm also aware of some of my quirks. When I'm out in public, I have certain quirks that I.
So do you play poker?
No.
It sounds like you'd be a really good poker player.
Maybe, but I don't. I don't.
You're watching for like little twitches.
Yeah.
Every time they say something.
I pick up on those things.
Yeah.
But for me, I have little quirks that I do when I'm in public. Like certain things just kind of irritate me, and I'll just try to make sure that I'm not picking and scratching and doing certain things or moving a certain way to just be knowledgeable of people, because I already know somebody's watching.
Yeah.
Or you're going to end up on somebody's camera. Or you're going to end up, that's one of my biggest fears, is that here I am.
On somebody ring
here
camera.
I am on somebody, not the ring. Here I am going viral because somebody's dancing TikTok and I don't see him, and you catching me over here in a most compromising position ever. And I'm not plugged into social media to know, but it will make it back to you. I'll
be like, yo, cousin, did you know?
You
got 17 million views on TikTok.
Exactly.
I don't know what was wrong, but they got you, bro.
Right. So
now I am observant of that at the gym. People with their cameras out.
That's a perfect time to be aware and people watch, because people are always recording.
It's new. It's a new thing where people are just In the gym recording. How do you feel about it?
I personally don't care.
That's cool.
As long as I'm not in your video per se, without you telling me I'm going to be in your video. Like, we record a lot at the gym.
Yeah.
I record my clients. I record my members. And it's actually a clause that states that I can record you. But however, I respect you, and I also don't publish it while you're at the gym. I usually wait. Yeah. But I really don't care who records me or when they record me most of the time. But
what's been going viral online is, people that go in the gym with their cameras and they start flexing, and then they get upset that somebody else is in the background. Bro, you're at a gym.
It's a different time now.
Yeah.
So you have to be aware when you're doing certain things, and you have to be aware that when you're recording, you need to watch people and make sure that nobody's in your shot doing something that they don't want to be seen doing, because you are in a place and you didn't pay to have that time slot by yourself. And
it's a thing though, because it's like, it's a public place, right? Mm-hmm. Technically, it's a public place for everyone who paid to be there. Mm-hmm. So the law says that in a public place, you can be caught on film and caught on camera, and there's nothing you can do about it.
In a sense, a gym could be considered a public place, but it's not really a public place. Like, technically, I can turn you off and tell you, hey, listen, boom, don't bring your phone in here. Right. This is that type of establishment. And there are gyms out there that are like that.
We're going to have to start doing that when we're celebrities, because when I'm working out in there,
we just shut it down.
I can't have nobody in there with the cameras.
Been like that now.
They just cut the cameras off. I'm about to sweat.
Do you think people watching it is rude?
If they notice it.
So you're a discreet people watcher.
Yeah, why would you?
I'm just watching, bro.
You just stare at people?
If it's entertaining.
Man, where was I? I was in another country where I was getting stared at, and somebody told me I just have to deal with it. And I was like, man, these people are just staring at me, man. Like, this is wild. Oh, it was in Kuwait. Yeah, we were out in Kuwait, and they were like, yeah, people are going to stare at you. And I'm like, why are they just staring at me? I don't like this.
So you kind of like, when people look, you kind of do the...
And France too.
So when people look at you, you go, and then you start looking again?
No, I look right at them.
No, I mean, when you're people watching.
When I'm people watching?
Yeah.
I'm not looking at you at all.
But you watching them, so...
I'm observing. I'm not like,
So you don't people watch, you people observe. Is that right?
Even if I'm sitting in the airport, I'm only seeing the people that go like this, and they come back. I'm not following them.
No, I'm watching. You watch. I'm going. You walk by me, I'm going. I'm going. Or if you sitting across from me and you doing something really weird, I'm going. Okay. And I'm literally like, it's on my face, like. And if you catch me, I'm gonna be like,
we need to go people watching so I can see this.
Or I'm just going. But
if you catch it, you gonna go shake your head no, like
I'm gonna just be like, it depends on how I'm gonna just. Now sometimes I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I hit them with the. But by the time they catch me, especially if it's something that I just really, really just am intrigued by, like, say I see you. And your kid you're not paying attention. Yeah. And your kid is over there licking something off the floor or something. I'm going to be looking at you like, why are you letting this kid lick the bottom of that seat while you are on your phone watching TikTok videos?
Because they're not people watching.
Right. They're not people watching. No. They're supposed to be watching little people.
Yeah.
And now that's one thing that I do notice, that there are so many parents out here that are distracted, and their kids are running around, they touching other people, and these people are just all over the place.
As a small kid parent, it may not be that they are distracted. It may just be that they know that they cannot stop the from getting to them kids. You can't stop it. No matter what you do, you could put these kids in a bubble. They're going to figure out a way to ick it up. My kids, I bought new cases for their iPads. Mm-hmm. I think my son's case it's probably got COVID. I sprayed it down earlier today. I'm just looking at it like, this thing is so nasty. What did you do? I bought it 2 weeks ago. It was brand new, beautiful, nice and clean. I won't man, I picked it up with 2 fingers.
Oh wow.
I started spraying it with the alcohol. Like,
okay, so you. All right, so that's one instance where I'm people watching.
Okay.
I people watch in church when I was younger.
I think everybody people watch in church.
I definitely people watch in church.
We had this lady at my other church. She literally had the Super Saiyan Goku hairstyle every week. I'm talking like gold hair straight up.
So you know
I might have a picture.
So you know when you're a kid, you definitely people watch when you're in church. I think that's what people watching originates in the black community.
Is it people watching? At that point, it's entertainment. It's just straight entertainment.
So that's what I was going to say. So people watching is actually a form of entertainment. If you guys take a minute and put your phones down, not right now. Watch me.
Yeah, watch us.
Watch us. But if you sit down and you put your phone down and you just breathe and observe, you will learn so much.
Now, I've people
about people.
I was people watching on the train and on the metro in DC at the stop. I was waiting for whatever train I was coming in, and that was a very interesting to see. You could see the different professions moving about the trains and how people dress. You could tell who the contractors were. You could tell who was a political. You could tell all of that just by how crispy they were dressed and how it was like, oh, okay. He doesn't care about he's well paid. He doesn't care about anybody. He's probably an engineer. That person right there probably works on the Hill. That person right there definitely works in the Pentagon. That person has a uniform on. They work in the Pentagon too. So
when you look at that and you just kind of you take that same feeling and you start watching people like in restaurants or back in the day whenever. I'm gonna say back in the day when I used to go to clubs and phones were. Keep in mind, phones were like becoming a thing where everybody has one now, but it really wasn't like the cameras were so crappy back then, like you really couldn't even get a good shot if you look at it today.
Yeah.
So now, like I look back in the day and I look at now, I've gone into day parties and things like that, and I see people and they're on the phone and I just sit down and I just watch people. And the whole time.
Yeah. They never probably noticed.
They never noticed because they're making love to the phone.
I wonder if...
And they're like taking selfies and they're letting everybody know how good the club is and they showing the pictures around the club. But you're not really enjoying the club because you just telling everybody where you at and what you're doing.
I'll say this. We're figuring out we're grown, right? So I haven't been to the club in quite some time.
You ain't been at a day party or nothing?
Not
well, you got
in a
little
long
ones.
time.
So yeah.
But the last time when I was in Vegas... I was at this huge concert pool party. It was crazy. We had a cabana, nuts. I might have picked up my phone one time. I don't remember seeing anybody with phones out, and it was we were just having a blast. It was.
I see, and that maybe
Lil Jon and Lil Dicky was performing.
Okay,
and I was in the back in the cabana with all my homies. It was crazy.
Man, I go to a concert now, and I wonder if anybody's actually there to watch the concert, or y'all all just professional camera people.
We went to a concert. We went to a Masego concert in. Last year, and there were a lot of people just out there just recording,
and that's why I said. So you basically you have a bunch of people, and they stand there and they go, and they're watching.
Meanwhile,
watching.
I'm like sloppy.
I'm sitting back like
a good time.
I'm sitting back like, yo, I can enjoy this.
Yeah.
If everybody in front of me would allow me to watch the concert and not watch their screens on their phone. That's one thing that I have an issue with. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching the people. Yeah. Again, back to where I was going. Again, when I'm sitting in a room full of people and they should be entertaining one another and getting to know each other, I'm sitting back going, look at these people. You're in a place where you're supposed to be mingling and co-mingling and getting to know other people and networking, but yet you're selfie taking and logging and tweeting and doing everything but then you roll out and say, man, I had a blast.
Right. Where is the best people watching location for you?
For me, the best people watching location for me is in my car.
You said that. You said it like 5 times. You're like, look, I go sit at the park, watch these people walk.
In my car. Whoa. In my car because I can
He was a private investigator.
Listen, I watched the what do they call panhandlers on the side of the road? What do they call the people that get the money?
Oh man,
from you, and
don't start
you're
with
taking
me
the
on
money,
that
right?
Oh man.
So I sit back and I watch these people.
Now I will watch them.
Now I watch these
especially
people.
the ones with the violins, the fake violin.
Not those people. The ones that I see that are walking that says, "Please help. I need a job. God bless you. Thank you for any donations that you have. Please scan my QR code, my Snapchat, and my Instagram is here, and you can Apple Pay me." So I'm standing out and I'm watching. Now don't get me wrong. I understand that people are doing bad. There's some people that are doing bad. But at the same time, I'm watching people and I see this. I'm like, so you're doing well enough to have a QR code so I can pull my phone up and scan your QR code to send you money.
They have a job.
And then you're also doing well enough to have your Cash App readily available so I could send you my money.
There was a guy in Philly that used to be on Columbus Boulevard right outside the building.
Wait.
Huh?
And then your nails are more manicured than mine. You got on some dingy pants maybe, but you got a whole line up. And don't get me wrong, I don't think everybody that's poor needs to look poor, but I'm like, if you out here asking me for money, you need to make me feel like you a little worse off than I am.
I feel you. There was a guy in Philly who worked that block. He's probably still there. And he claimed to be a veteran and all that kind of stuff. And they caught him walking back to his car like 3 or 4 blocks over one day. The guy had like a brand new 740 BMW. Like, and he's just like, and this when you think about it,
this isn't the first time.
He might make a lot of money an hour just out there with the sign.
Honestly, I did say one day I'm going to do that. I just want to see what happens. And honestly, guys, I'm going to be honest with y'all. And I will donate the money to charity.
Just to see how much you can make in an hour? Just to see
how much money a person could really make if you do it right. But I don't have an issue with that. Mm-hmm. But I'm watching the people. I'm watching the guy in the car.
Yeah.
Who's sitting next to the guy in his other car, right? Mm-hmm. And while I'm sitting there and I'm watching these people and everybody's kind of doing their thing in their vehicle. I got people that are drumming. I got people that are singing at the top of their lungs.
That's funny to see.
I've seen women in the car crying because something's wrong. And I've seen guys sitting in the car poking and talking loud to the screaming at the top of their lungs. I watch people eat and drive. I've watched, and when I mean eat and drive, I mean like the funniest thing in hand.
Now, here's something I saw in the airport.
I'm talking full meal right now.
Somebody was in the airport trying to walk and talk, and he had his had like Jamba Juice, and he's trying to get the straw in his mouth while he's walking, and he couldn't. He like just searching for it.
See what I'm saying?
I was sitting there like I was dying inside. I'm like, man, this dude just don't look down.
If you ever people watch people when they're driving, you realize how safe or how unsafe it really is.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm watching for those people. I'm looking for those people. I'm like, oh, she gonna hit somebody. I don't know when, but she can ready to hit somebody because she ain't even looking. And then I'm looking, putting the liner on. I'm like, ooh. If somebody hit her right now, her hand gonna go straight in her eye, pow. And I'm just looking. And I'm just looking like, I'm like, and then I'm sitting there. And I hate to take it back to this. And I'm like, no, don't do it. Don't you wipe that. Oh my gosh. And then they, and they go ahead and they look at it and flick it in the mirror or hang it out the window. It's your space, people. Do what you want to do with your space. I'm just telling you, I'm looking at you.
He's watching.
I'm not going to record you. I'm not going to repost you anywhere. I'm not going to do any of those things because I honestly just don't have that kind of want or desire. But I will tell you this. I will talk about you. And I will remember you.
I will remember you.
And I will remember you.
And I will fist pound you.
And I'm going to fist pound you.
Because I know that booger.
I know that it's there. I do understand that.
That's funny,
I do understand what happened, man. I really think funny. As people, we're very unique. Because you got your readers.
Yeah.
I go by the park. I do see people that are sitting out reading. And I also see people that are just not doing anything.
That's really hard to do. I appreciate people that can do that.
Do what?
Not do anything.
I used to strive to be one of those people, and it was probably one of the most happiest times of my life.
I can't do it. I can't go on vacation and just sit around. I can't do it. Like, what are we doing? We getting in the water? What are we doing? Getting in a lazy river?
If I'm on vacation, like that's one thing that I must say that I have absolutely zero problem doing. I'm on vacation because
just sitting around.
Because I'm on the move so much that I just want the downtime. I was watching a show last night, and I'm like, I need that kind of time.
Yeah.
To just be alone, and I don't even want people around me because then I'll be caught up people watching them. Like I need to be alone.
So people watching is a thing. Like it's a thing for you.
It's a thing for me because I'm really intrigued by people. Like I really watch.
But
people.
I mean, like you could slide into it, basically.
Yeah.
Like I can't slide into it. I'm observant all the time, but I can't slide into it.
Yeah, I literally
it's just an on thing.
Somebody can be doing something and I'll just. And my grandmother used to say I was nosy. She'd be like, "You so nosy. Pay attention to yourself." And I'd be like, "Yeah, but what they doing far more interesting than what I got."
But I mean, that is technically paying attention to yourself because you got to be aware of what's going on around you.
Well, yeah, you got to be aware. And I'm not like, let me make sure I'm clear. I'm not a creep when I'm staring at people. All right? I got to make sure I clarify that. I'm not just sitting there going.
You just said you just sitting there looking at people like.
But I do.
You gonna finish that booger?
I look at people like I look at people in amazement because I'm really amazed at some of the things. Sometimes it's not always bad.
Yeah.
I've watched people help people across the street. Mm-hmm. I've watched people hold the door for other people. I've watched people let the door slam in front of other people and go, "How rude was that?"
Yeah.
I've watched people get in their car and I try to wave at them and they drive off and break the gas hose in the car, but they thought I was being weird. I was like, "Nah, I'm not being weird, just trying to give you a thumbs up. Hey, look, your tank's open," or whatever. So I'm always like you. I'm people observing, if that's what you want to call it.
I'm observing.
We are very unique and we are very, very different.
Everybody.
And when you see people walking around, some people bopping, and you like, well, what music is he listening to? And he ain't listening to nothing. He's just on a stroll, just doing his thing. And I'd be like, "Hey, brother, what's up, brother?" And I'd be like, "What you listening to?" "Nothing, just loving life." And I'm like, you know what? I want to be like that guy. See, that's a good interaction.
Yeah.
A bad interaction is when somebody's yelling at the top of their lungs. And I'm like, "What's the matter?" "Nothing. They won't leave me alone."
Nothing.
And I'm just like, okay, gotcha. So, I mean, people watching to me is entertainment.
Yeah.
It's very entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
You notice people, you can judge somebody's relationship by people watching them.
Yes.
And you can kind of really understand where they are.
Yeah.
So when I see him walking behind her and she's stepping real fast, that means he don't want to be there. When I see her walking behind him and he ain't paying attention, that means she don't really want to be there.
Yep. Or if you see her legs crossed and she's crossing them away from him.
Exactly.
Yep.
So we know
that's observant.
That's being observant. Now you watching now. You paying attention.
Yeah.
And that's really what it's all about for me.
Yeah.
Because you learn a lot. You learn how to read people that way.
Now, I appreciate our listeners and viewers, people watching us right now.
Yeah. Please, people watch us.
And if somebody wants the brownie points to be mentioned in the next one, tell me how many times I brushed my nose away because he made me think about it so much while we were sitting here.
I wasn't even going to say anything about it.
Man, I've been, like, my mustache has been itching my nose, and every time I do it, I'm like, dang, he just saw it again.
I did.
These people watching me.
I'm people watching you.
Stop people watching me.
Nah, that's what we're here to do, man. Hey, listen, if you're not people watching,
Somebody's
you should start.
Watching you.
And if you're not people watching, like he said, somebody is watching you. But let us know what you think in the comments. Like, are you a people watcher or are you a people that know that people are watching and you become entertainment on purpose?
Are you observant?
Whatever. People watching. It just sounds, being observant sounds cleaner, but nah, you're people watching.
No, I'm just observant, man.
Whatever,
observant.
guy. I'm telling you. But let us know what y'all think.
All right. This has been I Figured Out I'm Grown.
I did.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. I'm Leander Kelsey Jr.
Ben Ford.
And we are
peace.
Out.
Oh, wait. Yeah, we are peace. We are peace. You said we are. We are out.
Out.
Peace.
My man, I tell you, every day, something a little different.